Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching the Political Vigilante, making Gotham great again. That's what we do here. And we're always looking for solutions. We are facing climate collapse, so we want to find solutions. And thanks to people like Tim Stack, who is supporting us at patreon.com/Graham Elwood, a place you can support us to. He submitted articles like this, which is really, I love hearing about new projects and showing you that fighting climate change is very doable, and there's already stuff happening. It just needs to happen on a mass scale. Okay. So Project Nexus aims to cover California canals with solar panels. You might not know this, but Central California, I'm going to show you a picture in a second, has all these like basically man-made canals that were made for irrigation, because Central California is where a large portion of California's agricultural business is. And it's also a desert. California is a desert, so water has to be brought in there. This is a great, and this is going to happen, but this is going to be like a test run and something that could happen all over the US, if not the world. Many people don't like the fact that solar panels they're speaking about, they're talking about why this is a better solution than like solar farms, because solar farms take up land. They might have a negative impact on the environment. I'm a big advocate for solar panels on pre-existing roofs and the top floor of parking garages and high rises and all that stuff. So many people don't like the fact that solar panels occupy land which could otherwise be utilized for agricultural housing. A new project is exploring an alternative by placing solar panels over canals that will benefit from the shade. And I want to show you that this is an artist rendering that was in the article. So these panels aren't here. This is a rendering, but this is a photo. This is Central California. Right. And these man-made irrigation canals are all over. And this is all farmland here, right? This is where almonds and dates and all that stuff, all the citrus that comes out of California. California is the 5th largest economy in the world, which is it exports entertainment, technology, and agriculture. So there's miles of these all over. So they're talking about putting these over here, right? So again, it's not damaging the land. It's not pre-existing thing. Project Nexus, the U.S. effort, is a collaboration between the University of California, Merced, California's Turlock Irrigation District, the California Department of Water Resources and Solar Agard. All right. Not only is that space not really usable for much else, but the shading effect of the panels should significantly reduce evaporation and weed growth in the water. As an added bonus, it is believed that the cooling effect of the water will help keep the panels from overheating, allowing them to operate more efficiently. So again, let's go back to that photo, right? One of the problems in the way these canals currently are, this is hot, dry weather. So much water so much water gets evaporated. So these panels will help reduce the amount of evaporation. And part of the problem too, when you just put solar panels out like in a solar farm or whatever, they can get really hot, especially in the middle of the desert where it's like 95, 100 degrees consistently. So the panels will operate more efficiently. They'll reduce evaporation in the canals, which is saving water. The project partners estimate that if 4,000 miles of California's canals were covered with photovoltaic panels, evaporation could be reduced by up to 82%. So there's 4,000 miles in the state of California of these canals. That's a lot. 4,000 miles. Evaporation could be reduced 82%, which would save approximately 63 billion gallons of water per year. So California already has a bad drought problem. It's a desert, and some people are like, why are we using all this? We're using all this water to wastefully. When it rains, like in Los Angeles County, all the water just goes out into the ocean. That water could be captured. Like I love this kind of stuff because it's so innovative and it fixes so many problems at once. It helps with the drought issue. It generates power without using fossil fuels. It's not damaging to the land. I mean, you're just building it over. This kind of stuff gets me so excited. We'd save water, which would help our drought. If we saved 63 billion gallons of water a year, because we're going to have more droughts in California. We'll go a couple years, because the way California works, in the winters, it's the rainy season, right? It gets colder and rainier. So that means the higher elevations, they get a bunch of snow. That the big rains at the higher elevations get turned into snow. So if you have a very wet winter, the mountains are packed full of snow. And then when that melts in the spring, the water table is filled up and California has enough water. But all it takes is 1 or 2 dry winters, and man, it's brutal. I remember in 2015, we were on like our 5th year and it was bad. But then Governor Jerry Brown implemented all these water saving measures, and the state reduced its water consumption by almost 20%, which is huge. So you can, but this is such a great plan. It's generating energy and saving water. If every canal in the state were covered with panels, approximately 13 gigawatts of renewable power could be generated. That figure is about half the amount needed to reach California's goal of full decarbonization by 2030. So Governor Newsom, who has he wants to be us completely, right, zero carbon footprint by 2030. So just covering these canals gets us halfway there. Imagine then we put them on every roof, every building, every parking lot. Because I've seen places do this in California. I've seen this in Las Vegas, places that are really hot. They actually have this at the LA Convention Center in one of the parking lots. I think it's the West parking lot. They put solar panels. So the cars are provided with shade. And if it rains, you can stay fairly dry. And they're generating power. Again, I'm not a huge proponent of solar farms because you're digging up land. It's a negative impact. And a lot of solar farms are used for fracking. So I just feel like putting panels on pre-existing structures. So this project alone, if they did all 4,000 miles, would get half of the demand to get us off of fossil fuels. So I just like thinking bigger and bigger and bigger. What if all the Western states that had these canals, which a lot of them do? I know Nevada does. I know Arizona does. I'm not sure if Utah does or not, but any state that has these canals in the Sun Belt, in the West or the Southwest, cover them up with solar panels. The solutions are there, everybody. This is why I say big change can't all happen through electoral politics. And that's true. It's going to take general strikes and stuff like that. But this is why I say voting in your local elections is important, because this is local elections. This is Gavin Newsom being afraid he was going to get recalled. This is progressive saying, hey, Gavin Newsom, no more signing any fracking permits. We want solar panels everywhere. And if he doesn't, vote him out. This provides jobs. See, like, the problems are big, but there's solutions out there that can really address many, many issues. It's going to take a top-down solution. The IPCC report that came out a week or two ago does not look good. It says there's irreversible damage in places in the country like Florida. And we're running out of time. So we need big projects like this. But it's doable. We can do it. Rather than give trillions of dollars to Wall Street, why don't we put the money into this? Rather than spending billions and trillions of dollars on ridiculous wars, rather than sending a bunch of money to Ukraine to use Ukraine as pawns, as puppets in a proxy war, why don't we negotiate peace in Ukraine and spend the money here, helping Americans and end the war in Ukraine so Ukrainians aren't getting bombed? Stop trying to jam NATO's down everybody's throat. We spent all this money on war. We could be spending it here making solutions and jobs. This would make farmers in California's lives easier, make their water bills lower. The cost of food would come down. Oh, I don't know, Graham. There's too many solutions in this. So this is why you got to pay attention to local politics, because local solutions can be big. The state of California puts solar panels across 4,000 miles of canals and saves 63 billion gallons of water a year while generating 13 gigawatts of electricity every year. That's huge. That's savings. That's tax dollar savings in the state of California, right? Follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. End all wars because they're bullshit and they just profit the 1%. Shave your knuckles for justice. That's how we make Gotham great again. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. We are still in our 9th month of demonetization from YouTube. So support what we're doing at patreon.com/Graham Elwood or rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, which is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. It's free to sign up, and there's a premium level at $10 a month. And for that, you get everybody on the platform's premium content. Myself, Lee Camp, Ron Placone, Jimmy Dore, Whitney Webb, Kim Iverson, Abby Martin, and many, many others. You can also support what we're doing at Venmo at Graham-Elwood and go to GrahamElwood.com. We have a PayPal button and a PO box. I also have crypto wallets, which are all in the show notes. Thanks for supporting what we do.